Welcome back. Another episode of Old Glory Garage. This is day 2 of the 2 Pour for Poverty Tour, home edition. So, got more parts to clean. So far, I've only done the driver's side of these parts, and most of it's just degreasing, and still need to go to the cabinet. Because my cabinet's so slow, it's taking a little extra time on some of the really heavy parts that I should wire wheel a little bit more, but let's do it. Of 2 Pour for the Pours, aka the Poverty Tour. So, I'm making good work this week. Actually took a few days off to be able to make it feel like I was doing something and having fun. But really, it's slave labor on myself. And slave labor by my air compressor. That little guy, this thing hates it. I can blast for 10 seconds and then I gotta wait 30 seconds for it to fill back up. We have a lot of parts to blast. Any local friends have an air compressor I could borrow? I might just tee it in and run both of them. Or if there's one that runs on like an old school welder plug that isn't grounded for the 3-prong, that's great. Anything to get these parts done quicker. Right now, we are slowly going through this one with the control arm. So, been slowly degreasing some more stuff. So able to use the air compressor to pop out the cylinder on that. It's not too bad, definitely can be cleaned up. So we're gonna rebuild these. I think the seals might even be okay. They're pretty loose, they're pretty good. Bearings and everything, just need a new inner seal and then an outer cap, because the outer cap got poked. There's a hole in it. But really it's just seal and cap, and then a little freshen paint and degreaser on that, and it's good to go. Shocks, they just need a little love. They still feel pretty strong. Gearbox. I'm gonna pop the cover off and see how she looks. Don't know. And we saw spindle and everything else to sandblast and then get ready for paint. We are gonna try to save myself some time. See if hopefully it doesn't ruin it. We're gonna throw caliper here into some Evapo-Rust for the night and let it do its magic while I sleep. It's all about efficiency. So we'll see how that goes. Worst case, I gotta get a new one, but cool. Alright, first thing, let's see how our buckets of acid. Oh, much better. Probably need springs looking a lot better. Definitely need to come through and agitate a little bit, but it's working good. So put that back in there to keep marinating. Alright, let's go to our next one. This is the Evapo-Rust. Enhanced one. I threw the bushings in just to see if they'd get cleaned up a little bit. I think these need to go back to the degreaser tank. Ooh, some of these need to replace, it looks like. That one's an original. Wide variety of sizes. Straps are starting to look pretty good. It's starting to get quite a bit of the rust off of them. They soak longer. These are looking a lot better. And just like the other one, I need to come through with a Scotch-Brite. Best part about Evapo-Rust, it's not hard on the seals, so I can have the seal in here in it. And it still looks to be in pretty good shape, so should be good to reuse. Other junks in the bottom here. Oh, my glove's gonna get full of stuff. Sweet. Went too deep. Looking great. Throw those in the soup. So I cleaned up real good. The rotor definitely degreased. I'm probably gonna tape off the 2 bearing holes on that. Pack a bunch of paper towel in there just to keep dirt and grease out. Sandblast them, paint them. I'm gonna have them turned. But you need a really good primer paint, the Bond. And hopefully it's a 2-part paint and primer so it actually sticks to it. Or zinc. I don't want to clean this up yet. That kind of looks okay. It's a workout though. That is heavy. Probably floating there. Nope, that doesn't float. Bottom of the tank. Well, let's get at it. Time to go fast. try something out that I noticed from some other groups that do like a lot of heavy rust stripping and then paint without having to sandblast, and it's to get like the foam. It looks like foam, but like this kind of abrasive. I found that there's kind that'll actually just twist on here, or the multiple other options where there's one for a drill. You can get into spots, and then always a little hand style ones. Not product placement, just good stuff. So we're gonna try it out on this and see if it helps, because the sandblaster isn't liking some of the little bit of rubber material still on here. And go figure, ran out of MAP gas. So look up here. Well, that's pretty much ready for paint right there, other than a little bit of wax and grease first. We're going to see if we can clean this up. I wish I had a variable speed grinder for this though. It's got a little too much RPM. We'll throw a respirator on and then we'll go lightning speed again. So, well, it may not seem like it's been a while, but we're already at noon, or 1 o'clock. So, been out here for a while. Everything's been in a hyperlapse, so it may seem like pretty quick, but it's taken a lot of time to get to this point. Very slowly, I blast a little bit. When it runs out of air, I go jump on something else. Got a box of parts mostly ready. Some stuff in the Kool-Aid. And then right now, a quick little tip. Not acetone. Wax and grease remover in a like one of these pans here. It's a quick way to clean up parts. This thing was super nasty. You couldn't really see the top. There's so much grease on it. It's a quick way to clean it up. You pretty much just get a cheap old brush. And you can just kind of scrub. This is what I have to do since I don't have a parts washer. But since it's wax and grease remover, it should mostly be ready for paint by the time I'm done doing this. So, alright, I digress there. Oh yeah, I started looking at one of the parts I've been trying to clean up. I think the old welders are going to have to come out because we have a crack right around where those mount. I don't know if you can see it. Inside a little easier to see. Oh, there it is. It's cracked on both sides, same spot. So we're going to reinforce it with a welder a little bit and try to reuse these. I don't want to spend 50 bucks a piece on these. We're trying to be conservative on price. I'm not going to beat the crap out of the truck hauling stuff anyway, so just trying to get her going. Worst case, I'll pick some up down the road if I see these getting any worse. So I should be able to see the welds pretty easy. Little spots. Alright, I think we're going to get back at it. Everyone in Power Tour seems to be having a great time. Looks like Puddin joined the race. So, with that sweet van, I think it's cool. Alright, Frank, less talking, more cleaning. I'm hoping to get this dang suspension done so we can move on. Because the next thing we're doing is probably ripping that engine and transmission out. So, let's get dirty. Oh, I messed my eye up. That's fun. Cool. Okay, well, wear safety glasses, not just glasses.
Look at this garage. Yeah, we might be running in circles, and yeah, we might have 4 versions of the same guy tripping over the same tub of degreaser, but every single mile an hour we put in is a mile closer to getting this thing back on the road. Progress isn't always a straight line. Sometimes it's a bunch of guys in aprons getting covered in 50 years of road grime, sandblasting the same bracket twice, and questioning every life choice that led to buying a project truck. But we don't quit. We don't walk away when the bolts are seized, and we don't stop just because the progress is invisible. Grab that wire wheel, turn up the music, and let's get back to work. We've got a truck to build.
Alright, let's play the game called What Did I Forget Was in the Bottom of This Thing. Oh yeah, there's one. Shoot. Whoops. Got some of these. I got one of these in there. Oh, it's still greasy. Don't get any idea. Trying to clean my shaft. Oh, end caps. More end caps. All of them are still full of grease, so this degreaser thing was useless. Except the seals might like it a little bit. They do feel a little nicer. Not as dry rotted now that I've soaked in a little water and cleaner and things. And soap. Well, I'm trying to scrub them off by hand, but really it's just putting grease on my hands. There's a brush in there. Scotch Brite. Oh, I got more of those. What else is in here? Whoa, with the shock. If it ain't broke, why replace it? These are still good, just a little ugly. Oh, there's one. Those things are only a little bit roached, so I try to reuse them. Might even add a greaser and drill some holes in it. Or just buy the $38 kit. Can't be that cheap. Well, I don't feel nothing else in there. I don't know how worthwhile having this tank is. Still be nice having a parts washer. that I don't own. And just like that, we got the driver's side mostly prepped. I'm going to give it 70%. Here's the passenger side. Rinse and repeat all the exact same stuff that I just did. Except now I'm wondering how much of this that'll be last. Alright. Let's finish up the other stuff. We'll come back to this thing. Alright, so just like I did with the last one, need to disassemble the rotor here, get the bearings out. So just a generic seal puller. Oh boy. Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh, that grease has seen better days. Got some whale grease up in here. A little mix of red, a little mix of black, a little bit of everything, I'm sure. How the truck looked, good chance this is original. They didn't really repack anything. Oh yeah. We're just gonna get new gloves and start fresh. Well, I guess let me get the other, scoop the other side. Keep on scooping. Trying to scoop as much grease as I can out in there. Before I wash the stuff and get it ready to clean. See if I can get part numbers off of this, just because there's different sizes of these inner wheel seals. Oh boy. Oh, that's a lot of junk coming out. Okay. Don't roll, don't roll. And kind of the same thing. Back down the other direction. When we repack bearings, put everything back in. After it's all cleaned up and turned. Alright, caliper disassembly. Just like anything, you do want to try to clean it pretty good before you take it apart. Wire brush. Where did I put you? Oh, yeah. Those really weren't tight. I didn't do that. Well, looks like we may have to do brake pads. This side's pretty low. The other side is closer to new. was hoping I could reuse. Looks like we might need to replace. Well, she'll be good to go for a minute. We're like halfway there for the squeaker. Alright, have to dump that into oh yeah, look at that. Change your fluid, y'all. Everyone's favorite part. That's it, kind of into the seal. Okay, here we go. Boom! It's always fun. Woo! Good and black. Change your brake fluid, people. Oh yeah. It's like the last one. Solid black mud inside of it. Or black goo. Oh, this is the one that had the bee's nest. That's alright. So we got the corrosion starting to go on the outside of that, which can cause a sticky wheel cylinder. Or a sticky piston caliper. Nasty. Degrease it good before we put it into the rust remover. That way the rust remover can actually contact the surface and do its job. If there's grease in the way, it won't let it. Cool. Well, what a day that was. Day 2 feels like a waste. And day 1. Able to degrease and clean this. This is pretty much ready other than maybe a little acid etch beforehand. Still kind of need to clean that up a little bit more for rust. One caliper has been soaked. Those are half-ass cleaned and things are getting close. And then starting on the passenger side. I really hope to just be done with this degrease and clean stuff the first day I started doing this so I could start on some other cool stuff with that thing. But it's taking longer than expected. And I got a bucket of stuff soaking. But stick around with me. I got one more day off of work. So we're gonna keep hammering stuff out. Come to find out, my air compressor really hates me. It doesn't have the CFM to really run that. I can run it for a minute and then it's got to recharge for 2 or 3 minutes. So I keep bouncing back and forth on stuff, but still getting stuff done. It's just a little bit slower. I can't just pound everything out with that, so I've been trying other methods so far. But stay tuned. Thanks for watching. You can subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Soon enough, we're gonna be getting the saws out and doing some fun stuff. I'll have this as a rolling suspension here soon. She will rip that out and then rip the engine and trans out at the same time. So that'll be fun. Keep watching.